Good morning, YouTube. This is Weekly Check-in 3. Something that you may or may not have noticed right away is that our office is really coming together. We've got better shelving unit there, we've got some stuff on the wall there, we've got a lot of the disorganization cleared out, which is really nice. I did my side and that shelving unit, and my partner has been working on his side quite a lot. He says he's still got a little bit of stuff left, and it's more an organizational issue, but it's finally coming together, which means I feel better because when things are organized, I find that I am just in general more productive. So the not so good news is my weigh-in this morning was 347, and my goal for Wednesday is 337 at minimum. Actually, probably closer to like the three, like if I could get to 330. But I don't think I'm going to make my check-in. I don't think I'm going to make my weigh-in, which makes me really sad because it looks like my surgery is going to have to be delayed by yet another 4 weeks, putting me now into possibly the end of August, which is right when school starts. And I would like for that not to be when it happens. Biggest challenges are the little drips, which I talked about prior to this in a different thing on goal setting. And it's, oh, well, I've been eating really good today, so I can have a river float. Or it's just a cupcake, it's no big deal. And then one cupcake becomes more. Um, yeah. I'm really not going to make excuses. I mean, I could make excuses, but the fact remains that I ate poorly and my weight is showing that I ate poorly, which sucks. Okay, so what did I do well this week? I was really good about getting on and doing Duolingo for at least half an hour. I think I was closer to an hour most days. I feel like I've been productive daily, not so much outside with the exception of the weeding that I did yesterday, but I have been productive. The office is mostly together. I did some organizing in our bedroom. I will do more of that as I'm getting laundry done today. Excuse me. Um, I feel like I've been good with getting my videos up. I think the quality of them is improving. Please let me know if you disagree or you have tips on how I can improve them. And I've been listening to quite a lot of podcasts, so I'm really happy with my decrease in TV viewing. Um, some of that viewing has been replaced by video games, but other parts have been replaced by listening to podcasts while I crochet. Things that I could do better are to increase my water intake. This is actually a goal that I had last week, and I did not meet it. I think it's mostly because I wasn't keeping water easily at hand, so that is going to be re-upped for this week. I really need to get my water intake increasing. I know that if you are properly hydrated, you have more energy levels. My additional goals are, since I am dropping him off at the gym, I was going to do yoga class today, but it took a little too long to get away from him, and frankly, I'm exhausted. So I skipped that, but I am planning on either going early to pick him up and then I'll work out and then grab him, or I am going to stay after I drop him off, and then I'll just go upstairs and I'll do some. Probably going to focus on the cardio for now because I'm still a little worried, a little gun shy on weightlifting because of the muscle cramps that I've been dealing with. Another thing that is my goal for this week, because it didn't go very well last week, is finding some quiet time to read. And this was really easy at Grandma's house because Grandma sleeps a lot, and my mom was entertaining herself on her iPad, and Odin had his headphones and his iPad, so I could just sit and read, and it was really nice. But I really don't get that kind of quiet time here. So while he's not here, my goal is to get some more mindset reading done. I would like to have it done, let's say by Thursday, so that I can give you a review of the book. Again, I'm finding that a lot of the information is really good. But I have a lot of other books that I want to read this summer, and I want to do some lesson planning and all of that, which means that I'm not going to be able to be a lazy bum. However, Fallout. Fallout 4 is so much fun. There are some people who are hardcore Fallout fans um, who complain about the way it initially was scaled because it seemed to be for a more casual gamer. But they have released hardcore modes, survival mode. They are starting to release modifications, and I've actually been playing the DLC Far Harbor, which is a lot of fun. So Fallout, for those of you who haven't played, is set 250 years in the future, approximately, which is about 200 years after. So this is in game. The Chinese bombed the U.S. Okay, and this would be considered a retro futuristic game because the future that is envisioned, or the stuff that's being used, like the nuclear cars, like nuclear fusion is being used for everything. It's being used for cars. It was being used to power homes. It was being used for all kinds of stuff. So it's kind of what the future would look like if you were talking to people from the 50s. Um, and so you were in a vault, and that vault allowed you to stay your age because you were frozen, and when you come out, the world is completely different. And you are trying to survive. You have a quest to do something for your personal stuff, but you also encounter a lot of factions, and you have to kind of decide what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. So my first character was brilliant. My first character was a pistol user. I'm still not a fan of the explosives, but I would go around and I was a good guy. I was very clearly a good guy. My second character, I put a lot of limitations on. So the first one, I about the only thing I did was say he has to be smart, and that's it. But my second character, I put his intelligence at 1, which is on a scale of 1 to 10. I made his strength a 10. No, I made his luck a 10. I made his strength like a 7 or 8. And the gameplay is so different because this is a melee character. He can only wear leather for armor, so none of the heavy stuff. He can only use melee weapons or go bare-fisted, which is challenging when you have these giant creatures. For example, in my first playthrough, like I said, I was the gun person, and I was incredibly smart. So when I took on behemoths, I could do it from a distance, right? So one of them I discovered couldn't get to me while I was sitting in a bus. So I stayed in the bus, and I fired like 100 rounds of 10 millimeter ammo at him before he finally went down. It may actually have been more than that. But this time, when I'm going after these big guys, I have to do it up close and personal because I'm a melee character, and it completely changes the dynamics of the game, which is why it's so much fun to do these multiple playthroughs. And honestly, I think that's one of the reasons that Fallout 4 is a game that is worth the money for me, because I take a look at how many hours I have spent on it. When I played Fallout New Vegas, I think I had over 300 hours in, and I did 2 or 3 different playthroughs because the choices that you make in this very open world allow you to pretty much create your own game. Like, you don't have to play in ways that are it's not a linear game, which means you can go and you can do whatever you want. There will be consequences in game, obviously, but it makes it fun. It really does. If you don't play any other video games, Fallout is good. Okay, so I totally wandered. I talked about Fallout. I talked about the boy going to camp. But I'm going to reiterate my goals for this week. My goals are water. I want to do 64 ounces per day minimum. I'm going to do that by keeping water close at hand. My goal is to exercise a minimum of 30 minutes per day for at least 4 days a week. And then I am going to finish the book Mindset. And we will see how that goes. My official weigh-in is on Wednesday, and I will probably let you know how that went once I find out. I think that's about it for now. I'm heading off to do some Duolingo and some laundry and honestly more Fallout, because today I'm tired, so I might take a nap before I gotta go get the kid again. Alright, this is the Fat Health Teacher signing out. Have a great day.